Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our Let's Play of City Skylines. We're building Grugville, a small city, a small village really, a small town. What are we technically? We're a tiny town. We're almost a tiny town. And we are here on this little island in a swampland, and we are having some fun. I'm noticing, I've seen this bug happen before, where, like, for some reason, like, district names don't show up properly. I've seen this bug happen. I don't know how to fix it, so we're just going to go with it for right now. Funnily enough, when I hit the button to stop recording last time, the game crashed on me. So we're still not perfectly stable, but we're going to play. And we're going to see how far we can get. I hope it doesn't get too crashy. I hadn't had a crash in a while. I think it had to do with it had to do something to do with the video processing. So that is where we're at. We have Briarwood District. We have Crestview, which again, I wish I could get this to show up. I wonder if I add like a letter. Yeah, oh, that fixed it. Okay. So Crest Heights. That fixed it. I just had to update one. There we go. So we have the main Briarwood District, our first homes in the area. We have Franklin Heights. We have Crest Heights, where an architect came in and was like, I have an idea for a city street layout. And the people said, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll try it out. It sounds like fun. To have this wild intersection in the middle of our streets. Maybe a little square here would have been better. Maybe later on we'll buy out some homes and put like something there. But we have our fire station and our police station. We have our medical center right here on Main Street. This is where we're at. And we have no requests yet. Some people we maybe are seeing, hey, we're going to want some residential zones. We're looking at maybe wanting some commercial zones soon, but otherwise we're meeting the needs of our citizens quite well. What is this policies section? I don't know why that was... Can I not do policies? What's wrong? Oh, there are some bugs happening here. Because I can't see my policies screen. That's a problem. What we can do, though, is we can raise our taxes. So let's raise our taxes to 12 in each zone. That'll get us a little bit extra cash. That'll be handy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game. We're going to quit out. We're going to load the game back in real quick, in real time, so you can see what this looks like. It'll only take a minute, maybe a minute and a half. We're going to load this back in real time and see if we can't get it to come up without those little errors. Maybe we can see our policy screen. If not, we're just going to keep going. So let me resume Grugville, where I just saved it. It'll load in. There we go. I also upped our audio from last episode. First episode, I had the audio turned way down because of previous recording issues, so I went ahead and bumped it up a little bit for this episode. So after this episode, we'll see if it's loud enough. If not, I might be able to bump it a little bit more, but I just don't want it to overcrowd my voice completely, which happened on previous ones and was a problem. It was an issue. And I'd rather have a little bit low audio than way too loud, in my humble, personal opinion. So we'll get loaded back in here. See, that only took about 1 minute. I think it was like 3:30 into the video. There we go. Okay, maybe I just am not allowed to have policies. Maybe that was not a bug. We do have the little This is still a bit of a problem. We can fix this real quick. We know how to fix that. There we go. Well, we'll keep playing. Hopefully I don't need to enact any policies. Maybe I can't do any policies. Maybe that's on the next... Maybe I'm getting those soon. Oh, look. Maybe I'm getting those policies soon, and I just don't have them yet. But we are about to hit Tiny Town. Okay. So what did we unlock? We can do park areas. We can build industry areas, landscaping, have some policies. We can get parks and plazas, industry areas. Awesome. Ooh, we can get football. We can build stadiums. Okay, new policies. Beautiful. We get a whole bunch of new roads, which is always nice. Everyone likes roads. We can do fishing. We get some water things. We get some fences. And we get some parks. Why are parks important? Well, parks give us a bonus to land value, which makes buildings level up. We also can get a high school, which is awesome. We can educate. We got a public library. We got a super library. A botanical garden, a dog park, a basketball court, all kinds of gardens. We got a sports hall and gymnasium where people can go, go to a gymnasium. We got an Institute of Creative Arts. We got some warehouses. We got more parks. Some of these parks are huge, I've seen before. And we got some hotels, if we decide we need to build a hotel. That's pretty cool. So, with that in mind, I'm going to do a save, because I don't trust this game, currently. And what we're going to look at is, healthcare-wise, how are people looking? We've got some people here with bad healthcare. In fact, why are you upset? Citizens are sick. Why are they sick? Is it because of the noise pollution? Is that the problem? Let's see. If I look at noise... we got a little bit of noise pollution here. There's a lot coming from... What is this? Wait a minute. Aha! Look at this. Some dummy zoned industrial in the middle of Briarwood District. Well, I'm glad we caught that before it became a problem. I accidentally... Okay, so that pollution will get cleared up over time. Whoops. So we have a small problem. We accidentally zoned industrial in the middle here, so we're going to have some sick people. Over time, I believe this pollution will go away. There's the policy screen. But that was a huge mistake. Well, you know what? You know what we can do probably to alleviate this? Why don't we put a park over that location so no one builds a house here? So we'll build a big park with trees, a small park. Well, can I get a bigger park? Small playground. It's about the same size. A dog park? Not very big. A big old... Oh, that park's too big. A large playground? That fits there pretty well. But it's really just this edge I want to get to. Carousel park. Japanese garden, that's tiny. This botanical park? Too big. Too big. What do we got here? A plaza? I don't like a plaza. We'll go with that first park. This small park is going right in, right here. We're going to cover up that pollution. All the trees are dead. But over time, hopefully that park will come to fix the pollution problem that we caused through bad zoning. So not much we can do with that. We just got to kind of let that take care of itself. That was a big whoops. Last episode, we talked about how we were starting to run a little low on power. So let's build that power plant right now while we have the money. before Grug forgets. Because if Grug forgets, it'll be a problem. So we'll build us an extra power plant, so that's taken care of. I can't believe that happened. I can't believe I created this like little pollution-filled death hole in the middle of Briarwood District. That's hilarious. Okay, well, now we know that that was there. Let's take a look. So we've built that park. We've got our health services here. We're going to start needing more residential eventually. So we had talked about where this road goes, and I think this road goes down to here, and then I think it comes straight across. So we're just going to build this road out. So we got a nice big curve in the main road, and this is probably going to loop back up around and come and meet up over here. Is what I think is eventually going to happen with that. That just looks so bad. I can't believe how awful that is. So, we do have the ability to maybe build up some forestry over here. So one of the things we unlocked was we have this special forest and farming industry sections. And if we look, you can see that there is a ton of good place. In fact, over here looks to be a good amount of wood, better than over here. It just looks like the wood is better over here. So I think I want to build a little forestry thing out behind. I could build it here, but it's not as good. This is the densest forest on the map. Or I could build it up here, actually. We could build some forestry, I think. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put some forestry, I'm guessing, up here. How big are the forestry buildings? So let's create a forestry district. Industrial Park. Up here. I don't know how big these need to be. It can go this way too if it needs to. Alright. Highland Industries is going to be built up here. So, what's it cost? $20,000 for a main forestry building. And then we can build some barracks and like a lumber mill. Oh, that's a maintenance. Tree plantations. How big are these? They're okay. They do produce pollution. Oh, but it's zero pollution. That's fine. Pretty big, but that's okay. What do we get out of this? We get sawmills. We get pallet plants. Wood plants. And we get a pulp mill. We have storage buildings of different types, lumber yards, etc. And then we have some fencing. Okay, well that's fine. Highland Industries, I think it's a good name for that. How's this? Is this cleaned up yet? It's been at least 2 minutes. I think maybe there's some grass coming back. I think maybe the pollution's going away. Yeah, that doesn't look nearly as polluted as it was before. Okay, Briarwood will be saved. We will be fine. What we need is money. So let's let some time go by. The two things we have are, we want to do industry, but we need a high school. What's a high school cost? $24,000. I have a bad feeling that the high school might be more important. You know, actually, I've been thinking about this. I'm going to build it down here. Then I'm going to put the forest industry here. Maybe we'll put homes up here instead. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of Highland Industries. I think it'll be better over here. But first, we need a high school before we do anything. Yeah, we're going to build it back here. I'm going to build some industry back here. But the next chunk of money we get is a high school. We do need some more commercial. So let's go ahead and just add some additional... Ooh, someone could build a house right there. I think someone should be allowed to build a house right here, too. We do need some more commercial zones. More of Main Street needs to be built out. People are clamoring. Clamoring? Clamoring for businesses. They also want more homes. But first, they want a high school. Where are we going to put a high school? How big is a high school? What's a... So... Public library. I don't like the Institute of Creative Arts. I want a real high school. So let's put the high school in. And you know what? We have... Here's the elementary school. Why don't we put the high school kind of... I don't know, kind of down this... Across from the pollution park. How's that sound? So... In memory of the pollution that happened, they built a high school with dreams that someday that pollution will be gone. And it's getting cleared up. It's looking better. Man, I still can't get over... I can't get over that we did that. That I did that. I mean, you were there with me. It's obviously your fault. Don't blame me for the mistakes that you made. Come on, audience. But it looks like, yeah, it looks like we're going to need more residential zones. And I think maybe we could build some residences. You know, if this road went two ways, if it went that way and it went this way, like that, I think that we could then build a new section of homes over here. What does this new section of homes look like? What does the architect who brought us Crest Heights, he has said, you know, I've had a new vision. A new vision for homes in the area. We did rectangles. We did triangles. What if we did circles? And people are like, wait, we have a roundabout already. He's like, yes, but what if you had a neighborhood that looked like circles? I think that's the newest thing. So what does that look like if we try to make that? Does that look silly? Nah, let's come in with circles. Let's do it. Let's do some circles. Let's get our dirt road while we kind of figure this out here. Let's slow down time. And the game crashed. Why am I having so many crashes on this map out of nowhere? I have been recording for hours and hours with no problem whatsoever. And I am having more crashes. This is the kind of crashes I was seeing previously that I thought I had fixed. Because I just... Is it this map? Are we going to have to go somewhere else? Am I going to have to restart this Let's Play? I don't think I can handle that if I have to restart this Let's Play again. I'm literally going to lose my mind. I just have dreams of playing City Skyline and not having it randomly crash. We're not doing anything crazy. We don't have a giant city even yet. I don't have any mods loaded that shouldn't be here. I don't have anything like that at all. All I have is a poor little game that wants to run. So maybe it's the number of trees on this map. Like, could that be the problem? Let's get in here and let's check out our options. Because graphically, I don't have things set crazy. High detail. Let's turn off anti-aliasing. And let's see if maybe that stabilizes the game for us. I'm not sure. Is our high school here? No, this was pre-high school, was the crash. Well, let's get back in here. Come on, money. I don't understand why it's crashing so much on us. What do we need? 24,000? Well, we'll let it build up. Yeah, this was back before I destroyed Highland Industries here. Get rid of that. Get our money back up, and then I can build... What was there? Is it this fog? Is that... Could that be it? Color correction override. Like, all this is fine. Film grain? Turn that down a little bit. Depth of field is fine. Depth of field amount? I don't know. Slide this down. Texture, shadow. Let's turn the shadows to low. Shadows tend to use up a lot of processing power. And I don't think they add that much. I mean, we can have little shadows. We don't need crazy shadows. But again, the crashes aren't that... There's nothing that points to what they are. So if you're having trouble with City Skylines, here's what I've had to do so far. I've, of course, played it on different graphic settings, tried different things there. I went through and I actually manually set the page file on my computer to 32 gigs in size to make sure it had room to put everything. So I don't know. And that made it seem stable for a long time. So I just don't understand what it's loading in. And again, it could be all the trees. Maybe we've just chosen a really bad map. We'll see. If it becomes extremely unstable and it keeps crashing, we might have to abandon. But I don't want to. I have dreams. I have dreams, friends. I have dreams of a beautiful city here. And I would hate to see those dreams destroyed just because the game wants to be a big poop head. That's not what I want, and that's not what you want. What the people want, though, is more commercial. No, that's not commercial. What are you doing? Stop it. Goodness gracious. There. You have plenty of commercial. Don't complain to me for a while. So what were we talking about before we were so rudely interrupted? We were talking about circles. We were talking about circles. So, a circle lot is 5 by 5. So if this comes in, what you have is, well, it's 10 by 10. And then will this look silly? I don't know. It might. So, I mean, and then we have... How long would this need to be? 100. And then from here... I think... So right till it gets to the edge of that. And then this, same thing. This is gonna look silly, but I like it. How big do we want to make this? That's the question. I don't want it to be too crazy. I don't want it to be bigger than Briarwood District, but I think 3 of these together, and that leaves us a little section here we can do something with. So... like that. Okay, so now... is that the right center? This is where... oh, I've gone dumb. Hold on. So the problem is, I've got to do it piece by piece or I can't keep track of what I'm doing.